Van life teaches you very quickly what really matters in life and what doesn't. Living in a van changes the way you look at life. There are things most of us that we're taught to worry about, but after living this lifestyle for a while, you start realizing a lot of those things really don't matter. I've always been a bit of an out-of-the-box person, so living in a van actually felt pretty natural for me. But even so, this lifestyle has definitely changed what I care about. So today I'm sharing some of the things that I simply don't care about anymore. For those that don't know me, I'm Catherine, and this is Sharing My Van Life. The first one is what people think. I've never been someone who worries too much about what other people think. I've always kind of done my own thing. And living in my van definitely fits into that. It was my choice and I truly loved it and wanted to travel. Some people think van life is amazing, others think it's strange, and some people just don't understand it at all. But living this lifestyle has reinforced something I already believed. You have to live life in a way that feels right for you. If you spend your life worrying about what everyone thinks, you might never do the things you really want to. Number 2, having a lot of stuff. Another thing I really don't care much about anymore is having a lot of stuff. I've always lived quite small, but even a van that's even smaller. I've never been a huge consumer, but when you live in a van, every inch of space matters. I quickly realized this and realized I couldn't keep everything I had. For me, this pertained mainly to clothes. Honestly, after a while, you realize you don't need most of it anyway. I live on 5 or 6 outfits pretty much all year round. Living with less actually feels freeing. There's less clutter, less to manage, less to clean, less to worry about. The third thing I no longer worry about is looking perfect all the time. Van life also changes how much you care about looking perfect. Makeup, what's that? I've never been a big makeup person, but even less so now. Some days I wake up in a beautiful spot, my hair's a mess, there's no mirror around, and it just doesn't matter. Running my fingers through my hair is enough. I do realize when I go to town I have to maybe look in a mirror, and sometimes I forget. You realize enjoying the moment is much more important than how you look. And everyone's different. Some people really like to look good every day, and that's you. Do you. Me, it doesn't really matter how I look day to day. Number 4, fancy bathrooms and showers. This is a big one. When you live in a van, you quickly learn how to adapt when it comes to showers and bathrooms. Sometimes it's a campground, sometimes it's a gym, sometimes it's a truck stop. That's where I shower. And sometimes, especially when boondocking, I just make do. And I talk more about this in my video about showering. At first, emptying my pee bucket and bagging up my poo felt pretty gross. But after a while, it just became part of the lifestyle. The 5th thing is living the normal life, Van life always makes you stop worrying about whether your life looks like someone else's. You do compare on Instagram, of course, but you have to do you. For a lot of people, life follows a certain path. House, routine, staying in one place. But this lifestyle shows you there are many ways to live. And most important thing is finding the one that works for you. And I truly love my van life. I love to travel, I love to explore, I love to see new places. The sixth thing I'm not worrying about is the perfect van life. Social media sometimes shows van life as sunsets, sunrises, beaches, and perfect campsites every day. But the truth is, sometimes it is like this, but not always. There's cold weather, mechanical problems, and sometimes loneliness. I have talked about this in another video, so check it out. I'll list it up top at the end of this one. But when you accept that it doesn't have to be perfect, you start appreciating your life even more. Van life has definitely changed what matters to me. I care less about things, opinions, and perfection, and more about freedom, exploring new places, experiences, and simple moments. It's not always easy, but for me, it's been worth it, so worth it. Please take the time to subscribe to my channel. If you've ever lived in a van or even dreamed about it, I'd love to hear from you, so please comment. What is something you stopped caring about as you got older or changed your lifestyle? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for being here with me, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.